Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your January 16th through 30th reading. This is a general reading for the collective, and I would like to remind you all that if you'd like a private reading, please go to royalmystic.com. You can book a reading there and you can schedule it yourself so it can fit in your schedule the best way. So with that being said, I'm just going to move straight into the prayer and the reading. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, divine, for opening our hearts and our minds to allow ourselves to identify that we are all part of the oneness of spirit, and we are alike and together in that. And with that, I would like to thank you for giving me the information to give as many people as possible what their soul needs to see and what will help them best in their specific situation, if it should be able to be known at this time. So thank you so much, beautiful divine. We welcome you and appreciate you. This is the here and now. This is your relationship, love life, and spiritual life. I hope you all had a great first half of January. I'm going to pick this card up at an angle a little so that the light, you'll notice, you may or may not notice, I got a new little rig, so you've got a bigger expansion of how you can see the cards, and I don't have an overhead boom anymore, so there won't be any knocking around of the focus won't be going crazy. Not unless I'm flailing, which could happen. So here we have the Three of Swords, and that is all about having three means several things. Three means expansion. Three means the ability to understand that it is a timekeeper. So any of the cards can be timekeepers. That's a hot debate. But you've got to understand that when it comes into a significant position, which this is the underlying energy, that is basically telling you something major about what's going to coincide with it here in this portion. We also have another set of cards, so don't fret if you don't immediately see or hear what you want to hear. I've got another set of cards to clarify and help to guide me. So here we start off with, we'll see what this Three of Swords is. It's got a couple of different meanings. It can be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, third time's a charm. And some of you may be dealing with getting over a betrayal of some kind or heartbreak. So it is not always that. It is sometimes. So here is the Knight of Swords. This is I love it when my neighbors honk right in the middle of a reading. This is information. This is information or some kind of divine inspiration that's coming in. So it's very appreciated and welcomed by you. This is something you need to know. Page is always a messenger. So there's something coming in. Here we have the King of Cups. If it's a person, the court cards very often depict actual people in your life. If it's a person, it can be any sign with romantic intention, or it can be a water sign, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. That will be left to be determined as we do the reading. So it looks like a lot of you are holding somebody at bay, okay? Holding back the disbelievers or someone who has maybe negative or contrary thoughts to what you should be doing. They're trying to tell you what to do, or they're trying to talk you out of doing something. And they can even be people who are a little bit jealous of your success. So these are people that you're just kind of going, I can take you in small doses, but but today isn't that day. You're turning them away at the door. Now we have the Nine of Cups, which is saying you're just happy and content exactly as you are, or about to be. Okay, and you don't really have any worries going on. This is the universe saying yes to your divine heart's desire. So the way this is looking right now, this is not having any negative connotations here. So I really would think this is a timekeeper card. I'm not seeing anything that tells me otherwise. Now, you might be in fear of that happening, but that's not meaning it is. This is that fear card. This is bringing in the every angle you can look at it in every negative way that you can possibly imagine. And I had a dear friend of mine who spoke out about how it seems like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, your brain just goes on negative blast, right? Things back from the 2nd grade, right? Things that just pop in your head and just drive you nuts. That's this energy. Unnecessary, needless worry. So please recognize it for what it is. Thoughts are not things until you manifest it. So if you can quickly turn the energy around and let go of what you think anything negative happening might be, you can. I'm going to move this out so people can see what sign I'm doing. You can change it. This is having to do with just things that you're afraid of. Now, when we were children, we were afraid of the dark, right? Well, as you got older, you realized it wasn't necessarily the dark that was scary. It was the not knowing, right? So that's where we are in this particular thing. Is just because you can't see what's coming next doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Here you have the choice to make, okay? Now, it means it's up to you to choose. It does not mean that one or the other is right or wrong. We all have to go through things in life, even unpleasant things, even mistakes, okay? We make our own mistakes. We have to. It's how we learn. If, nobody can convince you of something unless you've actually, I know that my people around me have tried to tell me things when I was younger, and I didn't want to listen because I thought I knew better. And you have to go through it to find that out, right? So that's where you kind of test your boundaries. So don't be in fear of making the wrong choice. Some of you are having that moment. Whatever you're feeling compelled to do is what you should do, because that's where the lesson is, okay? This is what you're keeping under your hat right now is the choice that you're trying to make. This is holding, you all know I get the hiccups when I start to read. You all know that the Page of Cups is the holding the cards to your chest. And this is definitely holding your decision to yourself. You're holding playing it low key. Keeping your cards where no one else can see them. Keeping it under your hat. That's what my guides just said. Under your hat, under your hat. So Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a very sharp-tongued individual. But this can also be your position as standing up for yourself. A lot of you, if you're not dealing with someone who is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a lawyer. This is also a sign for a lawyer, an engineer, someone who's in law enforcement, someone who is generally a defender, okay, or a person of truth, dealing with truth and justice. So this is definitely standing your ground. That's what this is about here, and speaking up for yourself. And you don't have to be ugly, but you can sure get right to the point and be blunt. This may be the interview process for some of you if you're going through some kind of, sometimes it's they just said to me an annual review, so that's for someone specific out there. And it's hard and tough and scary. Even though you're the one doing the job, it's hard to do those. It's like having a test. 6 of Wands is saying that you come through it with flying colors, and you're seen as head and shoulders above the rest. This is being lifted up in a place of being in the spotlight in a good way, recognized for your skill. And so if you're trying to find a job or you're trying to interview for a job, this is saying that you are actually standing out. Now, this is 3 of Cups. This is in your work life, so this is a celebration. This is cups overflowing, having wonderful, good, beautiful energy. So some of you are going to be celebrating either an upgrade in your job or a new job, getting the word. So This card is much like this card. A lot of people go with the common, it's the symbolism to them. Okay, all readers have different symbolism. The Three of Cups, they say third party because it looks like a party, right? But to me, this looks like a celebration. I'm not feeling third party like someone's interfering. So with these cards, you have to always go by what cards are around them. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, divine. Your presence is always welcome here. And we thank you for opening our hearts and minds to realize or to accept that we are all one spirit. This is how I get the information, everyone. I am connected to Source just as you are, and that's how I get it, through Source. People want to know how come I don't ask a bunch of information when I do private readings. It's because I'm not the one with the knowledge. I'm just connected to the one with the knowledge. It is a gift, but I don't own it. Queen of Swords again, so you're definitely going in almost as though you are geared up for battle. Okay, presentation, being valiant. That's the word they're giving me. Here is the Page of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you are experiencing a tremendous shift. This is having your karmic debt being paid, allowing yourself to release all of the old stuff that's been holding you back or binding you in place or stuck in a rut, however you want to put it. You're being shot from last to first in the blink of an eye. I want to say something very important to a lot of you. You have to understand that the divine is also in control of time, okay? And the perception of time for us is so different. So whenever you think about, okay, I've been held back, I see some of the comments, for the last 10 years, I've had all this happening. And here's the thing, God can make up for it in the space of time that he wishes to. And when this kind of card shows up, it's like you're shot like a bullet toward it, okay, towards whatever it was. So you can make up everything you were kept back from, plus more, plus go further ahead. So don't be too worried about what you think you missed, because when God kicks this timing into gear, hey, he can make the universe can make the sun stand still in the sky. So anything is possible. Now, here we have this King of Cups, and I said earlier I was going to hold my verdict on what I thought it was. Definitely it's talking about the foundation of work and finance. This is allowing you to be very stable and grounded. So, some of you are being offered this new thing, and there are some jealous people. That's what these rods are. These are people talking mess, okay? Talking smack. They don't feel like, they're mad because they got passed over for it. So some of you are having to deal with that, and the other people around you. And so in this, what this card kind of depicts is that you're kind of sad to even accept it, because you don't want to be looked at in that way by other people. But you have to worry about what you have to worry about. Don't worry about them. It does show that you indeed do accept the cup and are all the better for it. This is the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire being granted, and the universe giving a divine blessing of the Ace of Cups on top of it. So, my dear, this is the elixir of life, and this is allowing all of you to have, your Sagittarius energy is having a huge blessing. It's like this cup is being given to you from the universe, and it's showing it in 3 different ways here, right together. This cup, hand of God coming down, or the hand of the universe coming down to offer. So you've been holding back all that negative stuff that's been going on, okay? Things in life. It may be the last 10 years, like I said, because you're getting this Wheel of Fortune. This is the big breakthrough. Okay, don't overlook it because you've been waiting so long you forgot what it looks like. Okay, or that you doubt it's for you, because it is very much for you and the universe is intending it for you. That's that Ace of Cups. It's the Holy Grail, the elixir of life is being given to you. So whatever new beginning you're having is being greatly blessed by the universe. It is the kind of the universe saying cheers to you, okay? So some of you are having these little fears because, well, I don't say they're not really little, but in your spectrum they may feel much larger, but truly you're actually being kind of tapped on the shoulder to move forward, okay? To allow yourself to go forth and take the adventure, accept the journey, okay? Know that life is never about one destination. We're constantly on the move, so you have to go when it's time to go. So here is the choices that you're making, and if you notice, it's going from this 2 to a 3. So whatever it is, you're making it kind of your own, okay? You're leaving the 2 standard choices behind and you're saying, you know what? I'll take door number 3, please. So you might have made a conglomeration or some kind of hybrid of what the 2 decisions were in front of you. Maybe you've been able to change it a little bit, okay? Like an alchemist, kind of say, okay, well, I'll take this and I'll do both of these and I'll make this one thing out of it. That's what I'm getting for some of you. Here is you're holding your cards, your feelings to your chest or your intention. And this is saying nobody needs to know it but you and the universe. Okay? So you just concentrate on your goal, and you don't have to tell people, because when you tell people your goal, sometimes they try to poo on it, right? Or pee on it. You know, pee in your Cheerios. Okay? So they will shoot it down because they're in a place of negative energy themselves, or they can't see your vision. And here's why. You were given the vision, not them. So they can't see it. You have to go on faith. And this is having enough faith to actually bring it into this realm, into the physical realm that we exist in now, into this reality. Definitely getting the offer for the job. The Knight of Cups extending. Then we have lifted head and shoulders above the rest, and the money discussion. So now they're ready to talk about how much they're going to pay you. And here is your beautiful, all these rods are your Sagittarian energy. You've got 2, 3, 5 of rods, and the 6 of rods, and now you've got the Queen of Rods. So whether you're a male or a female, the rods are depicting the actual victory, being in your comfort zone, being in your full power, okay, and happy about it. Cup overflowing with abundance. And remember, it's a divine thing that's coming in. So, honey, I think this is a great reading. Honey, honey, honey. All of you, I hope you really enjoyed the reading. I thank you so much. Don't forget we have dailies. If you'd like to join the membership, it's down below, the button. It can be on the right or the left, depending on if you're using an Apple or an Android or Microsoft PC or Apple. And if you have any trouble, I have been really being diligent about finding out more about it, since I see it from a different side than you, so it takes me a minute to figure out where for you to look than it is for me to look at where it's at. It functions differently for both of us. But if you have any trouble seeing the videos after you join, should you choose to do so, you can send me an email and I'll help you find them. And these will continue to be free. The bi-monthly readings are always going to be free. So I wish you all the best. I thank you so, so much. And I send you many blessings and positive energy. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.